Esfrost and Glenbrook remained strong after declaring a trade stop with Hyzant. Gustadolf sends Erica to Hyzant to deliver his ultimatum, and dispatches an army to Glenbrook to increase the pressure on the Holy State. Hyzant, under the banner of Prince Roland, sends Minister Serenoa Wolfort of the Saintly Seven to prepare for retaliation. Softly but surely, Norzelia descends into war once more.
Those are the Archduke's wishes. I implore you not to forget that this is his final offer. Come to think of it, I heard that Wolfort was added to your saintly ranks. Where might he be?
I'm afraid I cannot answer that. The dealings of the Saintly Seven are our business, and ours alone.
How disappointing. I had hoped to congratulate him on his promotion.
That wretched woman. Those are hardly wishes.
Esfrost all but demands us open the source to restore our diplomatic relations.
The Duchy fears neither a lack of salt nor the goddess's shield. I would assume they have a plan in mind.
Then this was no more than a ploy to stall for time. We had best expedite House Wolfort's plans to take the capital. Minister Exham, send word to Minister Serenoa.
You wish to lend us Hyzant's new weapon?
Yes, it was a directive from the Holy One. The weapon is one Minister Lila developed in secret.
I compressed a vast quantity of magic into crystal form. We call this weapon Elfric. The blast crystals have yet to be perfected, but they can decimate a castle wall easily enough.
We thank you for your support.
Be forewarned that their power makes them unwieldy in an average battle.
They are not meant to be used on people. Furthermore, we are only giving you a single blast crystal.
Regardless, I am certain it will come in handy while recapturing Whiteholm Castle.
Its incomplete nature makes it regrettably tricky to use, but Milo should be able to take care of that for you. Use them both wisely. I am Milo. A dancer by trade, but assistant to the Saintly Seven on occasion. I shall serve you, Minister Serenoa, until we reclaim the capital.
You sure you'll be okay?
You needn't worry. It isn't my first time flirting with danger.
A Hyzantian spy?
Very likely.
The blast of the Elfric should help you catch the enemy unawares. Both my army and Minister Camsel's will join in the attack. Can we entrust command to you, Minister Serenoa?
Most certainly. And the crystal will be key in our plan to reclaim Glenbrook.
You have made a grave error in allowing thieves to raid the archives, Constable Sigrus.
Forgive me. My guards gave chase as soon as they noticed intruders, but they'd already fled beyond our reach.
What did they take?
Luckily, they were unable to gain entry to where we keep our more sensitive texts. All they were able to make off with was a single book penned by the late Lady Orlea.
Orlea? She left behind a message of sorts?
She'd bid it be passed on to Lady Frederica when she came of age, but it seems those wishes were forgotten.
Thalos or Erica must have hidden it from her. They derived no greater pleasure than from tormenting her. Do we know what was written in this book?
No. Storage records indicate it was protected by some arcane seal.
It must be of some significance. If she would go to such lengths to protect it from prying eyes. Perhaps something to do with the Rosellan liberation, for which she fought so fiercely. Or perhaps it is not but a mother complaining to her daughter of a duchy they both despise.
I shall send a party to hunt down the thieves at once.
No need. Such ruffians are unlikely to be in the employ of our foe. No doubt they were simply looking to loot us to fill their own purses. It is more important that we dispose of Svarog and finish the Nell with all haste. Dispatch your soldiers there.
Aye, Your Grace.
Ah, tidings from Erica. She says Hyzant refused our final offer.
You seem surprised. There was no way Hyzant would agree to open the source.
I know that, but the negotiations were meant to buy us time. Yet it seems their soldiers are already on the move. Damn it all! This wasn't supposed to happen.
If you play with fire, you get burned. Now we have no recourse but to meet them in battle without the Archduke.
So it has come to war, then?
We just have to beat them at their own game. Their newest saint is heading the vanguard. You must be delighted that a former retainer to the crown is coming to visit, right, Cordelia?
Enough, Thalos. I won't allow such impudence toward the Queen.
Queen? This child is nothing more than a puppet. And I believe the impotent one here is you, Avlora. A general has no right telling the Prime Minister what to do.
I had no idea the Prime Minister's job was to torment the weak.
Enough, General Avlora. I will answer the Prime Minister. As the Queen of Glenbrook, I shall protect my kingdom until my dying breath, no matter who may stand against me.
It appears your impudence is contagious, Avlora. Your charge knows not how powerless she is.
Worry not, Your Majesty. I shall protect you.
Because I am to wed the Archduke?
Because you are a warrior. One who does not give up, even if she must fight her battles alone. I was an orphan. I never knew my parents. I entered the army to make a place for myself. So I know better than anyone the pain of having to do everything on your own.
Allow me to bare my heart to you as well, General Avlora. As the last heir to the throne of Glenbrook, I do not intend to let Gustudolf have his way.
You mean to strike down the Archduke?
But I lack the power to do so. Have you heard of the Royalists? The aristocrats who were aid to my father.
I have. I also heard they secretly indulged in bribes and the like for personal gain. That man Patriot was cozying up to the Archduke not seconds after King Regna's beheading. Their kind knows no loyalty.
Indeed. But Gustadolf has not given any of them a position in his court, so they have fallen on hard times. I want to ask Patriot and the other royalists for their help.
Are you mad? No doubt they would wholeheartedly embrace you as their symbol, but only for their own purposes.
I understand that. But their years in service to the crown have earned them great influence in politics. I must have their support if I'm to reclaim Glenbrook.
Is it possible for you to rein them in?
Not alone. But with you, General of Lore, I can. They lack military might. If you accompany me, I could sway them to my cause. Please, General, lend me your strength.
As an Esfrosti general, I simply cannot turn a deaf ear to what you have told me. Did you not think I would tell the Archduke of your plans?
Of course I did. But I refuse to stand idly by as a mere decoration. So if it meant earning your trust, I was willing to show you that I wish to protect Glenbrook by any means necessary.
You took a gamble.
I had to. For it is not status or reward that moves you.
So you bet on my honor, and refusal would sully my name forever. However, safeguarding the kingdom comes first. Fighting at your side will have to wait.
General of Lora!
A word of advice, Your Majesty. Both Hyzant and the Archduke are veterans of war. The fight will not be an easy one, and may rage on for many years.
Even so, I will not falter. I must do this, for my father and brothers.
An admirable resolve. One which I will see fulfilled. I shall be your sword and shield, my queen.
Thank you, General of Lora.
Benedict asked me to scout out Teleor and where the Esfrosti soldiers are stationed. But I hardly see any around. Why did he ask me to come here in the first place? I doubt it would matter in reclaiming the capital. But orders are orders. I should report back.
I apologize, but are you suggesting we destroy the dam around Teleor Reservoir to start a flood?
The capital city was built on the banks of the Norzelia River. Breaking the dam surrounding Lake Teleor upstream will allow us to submerge a majority of the city. Flooding the town will throw their army into disarray, which should allow us to take the place by storm.
Lake Teleor is a man-made reservoir. You might be able to burst through with a blast crystal.
Huet scouted the area earlier and reported seeing very few sentries. Proof enough that this is outside the Archduke's calculations.
No. The damage will be too great. The means would not justify the end, Benedict.
We cannot afford to lose.
I agree with Roland. There is already far too much blood on our hands. Perhaps it's worth speaking with the people and gaining their understanding.
Unless we reclaim Glenbrook, it's unlikely they'll understand or support our actions. We must take the capital back, and show our strength and resolve first.
So that means you stand by Benedict, then?
If we have a sure shot at winning, we need to take it, no matter the consequences. We can't lose the war. We just can't.
Tellior Reservoir is the kingdom's water source. The dam was constructed to protect the people from floods. I doubt they would ever forgive us should we choose to destroy it for war.
Glenbrook thrives because of that water, and to use it otherwise is inexcusable. Brute strength isn't the only way to reclaim the city. We can strike at night and defeat their commanding officers. There are ways to slip into the castle unseen.
If you have used it before, there is a chance it has been sealed off since.
There is more than one route. You needn't worry.
So you mean not to use the blast crystal?
No, I do. After we sneak in, we can sink Esfrost's warship. It would close off their escape route.
Our first priority should be ensuring the people's safety. We cannot allow them to be taken hostage. It would restrict our options as well.
She's got a point. But how do we take the capital back after that?
We could use the blast crystal to destroy the bridge connecting the town and the castle. The enemies would be stuck within the walls.
That would certainly mitigate the damages to the citizens. If we encircle the castle, we could negotiate with them.
We could ask them to yield, free Glenbrook, and re-establish the trade between our nations. I am certain we can find a way to make both parties agree.
Negotiate?
I understand your thoughts and the wishes held therein.
Allow me to ask once more. Shall we shatter the dam around Lake Tellior and flood the town? Sneak in under the guise of night, sink their ships, and slay their commanding officers? Or destroy the bridge, safeguard the people, and negotiate with the enemy? Fetch the scales. It is time we decide our path.
Let us pry out their weakness. We must move fast. My knowledge grows deeper.
I will end this. Into the shadows.
I won't lose! Out of my way!
The hunt is on. I won't miss.
Curses! Ha-ha!
I'll do my utmost. To victory! Another tool for my kit.
Let me heal your wounds.
Go swiftly. I shall do my best.
Now then. Slow! I'm only getting started. I'll take you on! You're in hurts, don't it?
Lionel has arrived! Your fortune wanes!
I will end this. With the powers in me for a better world. The heavens judge you. Stay down! The heavens bless me.
I shall try my level best. A brief rest.
Victory is within reach. Victory is within reach.
This won't be easy.
You don't stand a chance! I shirk from no danger! Sorry to worry you.
My pride is my shield.
Ah! For my kith and kin.
Serenoa. Yes. I see. What should we do?
Ah, yes? Uh-huh. I require some time to think.
Good point. However, truly, I don't know what to do.
Say. A fair point. However... Aye, lad.
You're onto something. I've made up my mind.
It is time to cast our votes. In which strategy do we entrust the future of Glenbrook? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
I am sorry.
Even still.
I agree wholeheartedly.
I cannot be swayed.
I'm with you.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen. The way forward is decided. We collapse the reservoir and flood the capital, dealing a crippling blow to the enemy forces.
You will submerge the capital to win the battle. I see. So Wolfort rules with military might. It is a thorny path you tread. Your people will resent you for this.
I know.
It would be unfortunate if you didn't, but that is what it means to rule with might. I must return to Hyzant and see Minister Kamsel. Next we meet, you will have both of our armies at your backs.
You have my thanks.
We cannot afford to lose this fight. For Norzelia.
I thought this battle was for Glenbrook.
This is not a simple struggle for power, Minister Serenoa. The goddess, the source, iron? The war of 30 years ago comes back to haunt us because the old cling to relics of the past. Norzelia needs to be born anew. Right now, the people of every nation are searching for a young standard-bearer to guide them.
A standard-bearer?
Yes, people like you and me. This war is a fine opportunity for us to show our worth to Norzelia.
House Wolfort and Hyzant join forces and begin planning Glenbrook's recapture. But with the Norzelia River and the Esfrosti armies in their way, retaking the capital will be no easy feat. Benedict hatches a plan to break the dam, flood the capital, and use the ensuing chaos to take Whiteholm Castle. Serenoa and the others know that the city will not escape unscathed, but are left with no recourse if they wish to defeat the enemy in one fell swoop. In support of House Wolfort, Hyzant's great army marches forth for the first time since the Saltire War.
Lady Destra, we finally have the upper hand. The path we tread was not an easy one, but Lord Serenoa persevered and has become a fine leader because of it. Once we reclaim the capital and restore the kingdom to its former glory, we may finally see peace. My job will soon be over. Please, pray for Wolfort's success. What is it, my lord?
I've been searching for you. The soldiers are calling.
About the provisions, I presume. I shall take my leave.
Oh.
This is my mother's grave.
I see.
Benedict visits her in place of her unworthy son. He is a cool-headed man, but undoubtedly more than just that.
But of course.
Frederica, would you visit my mother's grave with me?
Are you certain?
Of course.
Then I would love to.
Ah, my shop! Someone stop this madness!
Carry on screaming and sniveling! This land is ours now, and we'll do as we please!
You monsters!
Ha! Try me! I'll cut you down where you stand! And just what do you think you're doing?
You disgust me. Be gone from this place.
So, you've chosen death then?
Hold! Lest my eyes deceive me, is that not Sir Flanagan?
And what if I am?
'Tis him! The bloody shield in the flesh!
You're a Black Iron Captain! Damn it all! Run for your life, you fool!
How far they have fallen. They confuse might for morality, and sully the duchy's good name.
Hail, soldier! I cannot thank you enough for coming to my aid.
'Tis instinct. I cannot abide such cruelty. Though I no longer call myself a soldier, it is the only station my skills afford me.
Milord, a man calling himself Flanagan requests an audience. Will you grant it?
Flanagan? The name sounds familiar somehow.
Ah, he fought in the tourney, didn't he? The one they call the Bloody Shield.
He is Frosty Soldier. What brings him to me? Anyhow, send him in.
My lord.
Been a few moons, Bloody Shield.
And many more since I answered to that name.
Then what brings Ines Frosty to us this day?
Words cannot bring back your countrymen, but I give them to you anyway. I condemn the Duchy's actions with every fiber of my being. Deeply ashamed am I of our Archduke's willingness to shed the blood of innocents. Meager though they may be, you have my
You're a strange one, all right.
I am well aware that words alone mean little. And that is why I offer my service, that my words might ring true.
Why House Wolfort? There are far greater armies that would give anything to have a warrior like you in their ranks.
I have no interest in further bolstering the might of Esfrost or Hyzant. They trample the weak with no remorse. I will stand for it no longer.
And you think you can stand here and call us weak? You little...
You intrigue me, Sir Flanagan. But what of your title? Is your shield truly stained with blood?
It's a name given to me by men, nothing more.
You can trust he'll hold his own in battle if you take him in. One look is enough to tell you that.
A boon to our cause, then. Provided we ourselves do not become the very thing you despise. House Wolfort welcomes you, Sir Flanagan.
The feeling of intrigue is mutual. I am at your service.
You're two peas in a pod, aren't you?
I must say, your display of power was quite astonishing. One moment there wasn't a single cloud in the sky, and the next we were drenched to the bone. The townsfolk were certainly appreciative, and that means much in these trying times. Where did you learn such sorcery?
I was born with it, as were my forebears. In the far reaches of Hyzant, my people dwell, acting as shamans and summoning rain when the people cried for it.
You hail from Hyzant? I suppose we should count our blessings that you found your way to our ranks.
Ah, so you're Izana. We've heard tell of a witch using her dark arts to frighten the peasants into submission. Rest assured, we shall conduct a thorough investigation into these rumors. In the meantime, your presence is requested at the Hierophant's palace.
Rumors from whom? There are no dark arts being practiced here. And the people are not scared of me. I provide them rain when they require it. That is all.
Quiet, witch! Save your remonstrations for the Inquisition.
Is this their investigation? My guilt was decided ere they laid eyes upon me.
Perhaps they are threatened by the sight of the common folk huddled around your warming smile. The Goddess of Salt is a jealous mistress, after all, and her subjects cannot well suffer another to be so adored. It is as you said. If you appear before the Inquisition, you will surely be found guilty, and the punishment will be grave.
Then what recourse is left to me?
If the tentacles of the Church can reach this far, then nowhere in Hyzant is safe. We must flee our borders and go far from the gaze of the Zealots. It will be just as we promised each other. We'll start a new life, together.
Is that truly what you want? 'Tis hardly the new beginning we envisioned.
That matters not. Only that it is ours.
Very well. Then let us meet again at nightfall. You know where. Until then, my love.
I shall count the minutes till next we meet.
Alas, he did not come. Another victim of the Inquisition's tyranny. Had he never met me, would he still be alive today? Should I have said nothing and fled alone in the night?
I am sorry for your loss, but you mustn't blame yourself. 'Twas hardly your fault. And you do not know his fate for certain. He could very well still be alive.
Perhaps. I tried to seek him out, but there was little I could do with the Church's agents breathing down my neck. They burned down his home, and his family was never heard from again. I fear the worst. The Goddess of Salt must be named so for the tears she causes. She took everything from me. Her minions, all of Hyzant, they bear responsibility for my grief, and I aim to see that they answer for it. Although we have known each other only briefly, I sense a strong ally in you. Will you lend me your sword when the time comes?
Of course. Of that you can be certain.
Master Archibald, is there something on your mind?
Goddess be good. I must be getting on in years for you to be able to sneak up on me like that.
What troubles you?
I was only reminiscing. Indeed, days like these tend to blow my mind back a couple of decades or more.
Reminiscing about what?
The Salt Iron War. Hard to believe it's been 30 whole years. Some days I almost forget my time as one of the Saintly Seven. I defended the Citadel of Sand through the conflict. I was there when Esfrost attacked. A number of Rosellan prisoners who tried to escape the Source were there too, including Our Lady Frederica's dear mother.
What's this?
She stayed behind all by herself to help the countless numbers of her fellow Roselle flee. That's how she was captured. But I knew we couldn't hold the Citadel. So I helped her and her friends escape in secret before the enemy attacked. The wind blew just as hard that night as it's blowing now. I'll never forget watching the Roselle, caked all over in mud as they slipped away into the dark.
So you didn't want innocents to get caught up in the coming battle?
It never settled right with me. The way the goddess's teachings permitted abuse of the Roselle for the supposed sins of their past. A person's life isn't worth more or less just because of the conditions of their birth. But more than anything, I was moved by the selfless acts of Lady Frederica's mother. She reminded me of what I had once aspired to be. She was able to do what I never could. Risk her life to save her friends. I couldn't let someone like that die. Not on my watch. It wasn't long until the other Saintly Seven discovered what I'd done. They branded me a traitor, stripped me of my title, and sentenced me to death. Of course, I slipped out of their clutches before they could have my head. I wandered for a while before taking up life as a merchant under the King of Glenbrook's patronage.
I never knew you and Lady Frederica's mother shared such a past.
Well, it is in the past. Anyway, let us return. This cold night wind is making my old bones ache something fierce.
By the goddess, if it isn't my savior, I am truly in your debt.
I remember you. I treated you at the ministry that day.
I feared it was the end, but thanks to you, I yet live!
I was not alone in treating you. And I'm happy to see you well.
I hear tell the infirmary was overwhelmed that day. How fortunate the other man was a Rosellan. Never have I felt more blessed to belong to the goddess's flock. Praise be the goddess. May her blessings rain upon you.
I do not mean to pry, but was that...
Yes. It is he who survived, at the expense of the Rosellan man's life. Had we treated the Rosellan first, we might have saved them both. But I could not find the courage to disobey orders.
And, in the eyes of the faithful, you acted in accordance with the goddess's teachings. Denying medical treatment to non-believers is certainly one way for the Holy One to breed loyalty amongst Hyzant's subjects.
Be that as it may, if only I'd had the courage of my convictions. The courage to give both their lives equal weight.
It is hard for one drop to alter the current.
So it is. Nevertheless, I wish to try.
General, it appears an army of Hyzantian soldiers has arrived at Castle Wolfort.
No doubt they've come to take Whiteholm from us.
Oh no. Whatever will we do? It looks like they didn't take kindly to Brother's schemes.
Avlora, dispatch an army at once.
There is no need. It is best we await them here. No matter how great an army they possess, they will not fell this stronghold easily. All we need to do is buy time. Once they realize what the Archduke is planning, they will tremble in fear.
That will put Esfrost in the same position as it was during the Salt Iron War, which, need I remind you, we lost.
Things are different than they were 30 years ago. They have no just cause for their actions. You understand, don't you, Your Majesty?
I do. I am the Queen of Glenbrook now. An attack on the capital constitutes treason toward the crown and their kingdom.
The people will not support someone without a cause. Without their backing, Wolfort cannot hope to win.
I refuse to acknowledge that pitiful little puppet as queen.
As do I. She disgusts me.
Personal emotions have no place on the battlefield. I cannot entrust anything to such fools, and the Archduke shall know of it.
Avlora!
The nerve of that woman.
So the battle against House Wolfort begins.
Minister Serenoa, Minister Kamsel and I have brought as many soldiers as we could.
Thank you for bringing reinforcements.
It was you who moved them. There has not been an army this great in Hyzant for 30 years. The Salt Iron War also brought friends and foes together like this. We may have won then, but we had best not get cocky.
Of course, which is why we have a strategy to ensure our victory.
Minister Exham gave me a brief overview of the plan. Coordination will be the key to our success.
Indeed. Let us go over the plan in detail.
Another war as big as the last. Just how great will the damage be this time?
Let us reconfirm our strategy. Benedict, if you would.
Our target, Whiteholm Castle, was built upon a sandbar in the Norzelia River. The city, sprawled upon the riverbank, is connected to the castle by a single bridge. The river and town are the greatest obstacles to invading armies.
I am well aware. I cannot believe my ears when I heard of Esfrost's invasion.
They used the new mining venture to take us by surprise.
However, the Esfrosti army has solidified its defenses. They will likely spread their forces in front of the bridge.
It is the only path of entry. Geographically speaking, it would be impenetrable.
But we shall use that geography to our advantage. The surrounding river was originally prone to floods. But the kings of old spent years improving the river and created a dam upstream to control its water levels. We plan to explode that dam using your Elfric.
And create a deluge to cleanse the city of Esfrosti soldiers.
Indeed. It is a plan they can neither predict nor defend against. Their entire army will be swept away.
The people will not let you get away with that.
There was once a residence along the riverside for nobles and wealthy merchants. However, it is now occupied by Esfrosti aristocrats and officers.
That should mitigate Glenbrook's casualties.
But there will doubtlessly be deaths. Not to mention the lake is the kingdom's source of water, or so I hear. The price of victory will be the people's deep-seated hatred.
Ugh. I know, but I'm willing to assume any grudge they would bear.
Your resolve has been duly noted. I shall lend you my strength. On your signal, we shall enter the city and evacuate as many citizens as we can.
You are a kind man, Minister Kamso. But this would incur quite a debt of gratitude. Allow me to lend a hand as well.
Thank you.
Milo, the blast crystal is capable of destroying the dam, yes?
Undoubtedly.
Excellent. Then our strategy is settled.
First, you two must put pressure on the capital. I wish for you to draw the attention of the Esfrosti army. We shall head to Telior and set the blast crystal.
It will explode tomorrow at daybreak.
Very well. May the fortunes of war favor us.
Hyzant and Wolford begin to put their strategies into action. To draw the eye of the Esfrosti forces, the Hyzantian army encircles the crown city of Glenbrook. Meanwhile, Serenoa and the others quietly make their way up the Norzelia River toward Telior, Elfric in tow. Though aware of the risks, they hope exploding the dam will flood the city below and rid it of the Esfrosti forces within.
As Huet reported, there are Asfrosti soldiers here, but not many.
Of course. The lake is a precious water reservoir for the kingdom.
Indeed, which is why House Tellior sealed themselves up here.
So now we wait until nightfall to set the blast crystal.
Before that, there are two things we must do. The first is to find a place for it. And the second is to disable the street lamps.
You mean those posts?
At night, the lamps draw on the power of rocks called lumistone to glow. We must remove them.
Then we'll split up into two teams. Benedict and Milo, I leave the lake to you. I shall take care of the street lamps.
Very well. Anna, Lord Serenoa's disguise.
It is ready.
To think the young lord capable of such a thing. He is a curious man, isn't he?
No, he isn't.
Constable Sicrus reporting for duty. Esfrost has sent me to help patrol the area.
Welcome, Constable. If you don't mind my asking, what brings an officer to this lake?
I can't say for sure. I'm merely obeying orders.
It's the Constable. We can't let him see us.
That doesn't mean they are keen to our plan. Stick to the strategy.
It doesn't make any sense. Why were you demoted to Borderland Patrol? Exposing Svarog was a praiseworthy feat. Calm yourself. The Archduke decided so because of that very feat. What do you mean? Think about it. Svarog is a guarded man, perhaps because I'm always sniffing about. But if the Archduke were to remove me from the capital... You mean the Archduke is trying to throw Svarog off his guard? It is mere speculation. I cannot be sure what the Archduke is thinking. More importantly, protecting this area is an important job. We must dedicate ourselves to our mission.
The plan is unchanged. We will steal up to the dam and set the blast crystal.
What if we're seen?
We cannot risk the capital knowing. Witnesses must be exterminated immediately.
Understood.
Milo, we leave the crystal in your care.
Very well.
Let's go. We must get there before the sun rises.
A dangerous mission in the dark. How thrilling.
We must occupy the watchtower if we are to destroy the dam.
I'd hate to be caught in the act. How do you suggest we slip by unseen?
Avoid the street lamps. If they see us, they'll surround us where we stand.
Sneaking around in the shadows it is.
To the watchtower, everyone.
Let us pry out their weakness. We must move fast. My knowledge grows deeper.
Time to work.
My duty shall be done.
For victory!
Now what to do?
Time to take flight. I won't miss. Let me heal your wounds. Make the most of this.
We'll get him yet.
I thought I saw a shadow.
Allow me.
There is no mercy on the battlefield.
Shall we begin? Make the most of this.
Much appreciated.
Now what to do?
quiet night. The land seems to be at peace.
Lionel has a...
I shall try my level best.
Your orders? Too easy.
I found an intruder! Over here!
You cannot impede progress!
Now I end this.
You're from House Wolford, no? What are you doing here?
You'll see soon. Now get out of my way, or I'll have to cut you down.
My duty shall be done.
No one escapes the law.
At your command.
I won't stand for it! Painful, wasn't it?
Allow me. Blade, heed my call!
Cool heads shall prevail.
Farewell!
I've been waiting for this!
This is good.
Now what to do?
Here I come.
My turn.
Brace yourself!
Allow me!
Bested by intruders.
I shall try my level best.
Just as I planned. Another!
Your orders? This'll hurt.
You cannot impede progress!
Curses!
Let me show you what I've learned. Flames, heed my call!
Let me heal your wounds.
I'm behind you.
Very good.
My time has come.
I'll take you on! You're in the way!
Now what to do?
Time to take flight. Take that!
For victory!
Did you see that?
There is no mercy on the battlefield. My turn.
My turn.
Have you brought Corey? Lionel has many tricks.
I will end this.
That took longer than I anticipated. The sun is about to rise.
Milo, is the crystal ready?
Please don't rush me. This little one is very delicate. Good little Elfric, just be patient. Your time is coming. And your first cries shall herald my victory. It's ready. I've said it just as you asked.
Then let's make haste.
Purple flames have risen by the lake. The deluge is coming.
Just as we planned. Who knew House Wolford kept such a bold strategist in their midst? They truly are terrifying.
But we shan't lose to them. Now, to the capital.
Did you see that thing up on the mountain this morning? It was shining something fierce.
It looked like a purple light of some sort. Hey, do you feel that rumbling?
Yeah, and it's getting stronger too.
Ah! It's the Hysantian army!
Subjects of Glenbrook, a flood is coming. The city will soon be submerged. You must leave here at once.
A flood?
The dam is broken. We came here to warn you. This rumbling you feel should be proof enough. If you value your life, you must flee the city now.
The dam broke. Then this rumbling is from the water.
We have to go, now!
Run! A flood is coming!
Byzantian hounds. Such a petty trick will not work on me.
Ha ha! General Evlora, you stay right where you are.
No. Do they speak true?